Hello, I'm Professor Rad, and today we're going to talk about how you can use your calculator to add or subtract fractions. So I'm going to look at three different kinds of calculators in this video. The first one I'm going to look at is the TI-36X Pro, and we'll work with that one first. Then I'm going to look at the TI-30X2S. That one looks like this, comes in lots of fun colors. And then the last one I'm going to look at in this video is the TI-34 Multiview. Now I'm using these calculators because they each have their own different little quirks, and most calculators are going to be similar to these. So let's go ahead and start out these questions using the TI-36X Pro. So for the TI-36X Pro, just to remind you, here's your fraction button. And so when you press that button, it allows you to enter an numerator and a denominator inside the fraction. And you can use this little wheel of arrows to move between the top and the bottom and off to the side. So to enter in problem A, I'm going to do 5 over 21. Make sure you move your cursor off to the side, plus. Then I'm going to enter the fraction button again, and we'll do 6 over 35, move off to the side, and we'll hit enter. And it gives us our answer of 43 over 105. This calculator works nicely with mixed combinations of numbers as well. So if I have a whole number minus a fraction, we can go ahead and subtract. 17 minus, then I'm going to press my fraction button. 78 over 5, press my cursor, and then I'll press enter. And it gives me a fraction of 7/5. Right, and then for this last one, to enter in negative 26 over 105, I'm going to enter the fraction the same way as I always would. So I'm going to press my fraction key. I'm going to press the negative button, so I get that negative 26 up top. Put the 105 in the bottom. Move over, plus, fraction key, 41. Move down, type in the 195, move over, and hit enter. And it gives me the fraction negative 17 over 455. Cool. So that's how we can use the TI-36X Pro to add and subtract fractions and whole numbers. There we go. All right, so now let's take a look at the TI-30X2S. Same company, Texas Instruments, but a very different way of thinking or entering fractions. So for this one, our fraction button is this ABC button here. And when you press the ABC button, you get a little L shape. And that L has to go in between the numerator and the denominator. So for this calculator, you want to enter your numerator first, then press the fraction button, and then enter the denominator. So to enter in 5/21, I'm going to do 5 ABC 21. Then I'll do plus 6 ABC 35. And then I'll press equals. And it tells me my answer in fraction format, 43 over 105, which is what we got in the other calculator as well. For part B, we can do the same thing with whole numbers. So I'm just going to enter 17, enter 17, minus, and now to enter 78/5, I'm going to do 78, ABC 5, and then I'll press enter. And this time it gives me a weird looking answer. I've got this 1U2/5. What this calculator is doing is it prefers answers are in mixed number format. So it's telling us 1 2/5 is our answer. So if your answer could be submitted as either a fraction or a mixed number format, then this is fine. But if you need specifically a fraction format instead of a mixed number, your calculator can convert this into fraction format for you. Over here above the PRB button, there's this F double arrow D. Anything that's written on the calculator, you access by pressing second first and then the button. So if I have an answer that's in a mixed number format, oh, I was looking at the wrong place. That's fraction and decimal, D for decimal. I really want to look above my ABC key. See, even I get confused sometimes. Above my ABC key, you can see there's an ABC and then the double arrow and then DE. So this says, look at my mixed number format. You can change it into fraction format. And that's what we want to do. We want to change from mixed number into fraction. So I'm going to press second, ABC. And here it's saying, you want me to take your answer and convert formats? Yes, I do. So I'm going to press enter. And now it gives me the fraction format 7/5. And if I want to go back, I could just press second, ABC, enter, and it'll give me the mixed number. So second ABC is going to convert between fraction and mixed number format on this calculator. If you have a different calculator that uses an ABC button, you want to look probably most likely on the calculator itself. You'll also have to hit either second or shift and then some other button to convert it back and forth. So look for that written there if you need to. And now for the negative fractions, we can enter this just the same way. We're going to enter a -26, ABC 105, that gets that fraction entered into there, plus 41, ABC 195. Hit enter, and it gives us our fraction -17 over 455, which is what we got here as well. Now, if you write your answer so that the -17 is all up in the top, that's fine. It's the same result. So it doesn't matter if your minus sign is out front of your fraction or if it's up in the top with the numerator, it means the same thing. Okay, let's use one more calculator. This is the TI-34 Multiview. Again, same company, Texas Instruments, and yet another way of entering fractions. This one, like the TI-36X Pro, has a fraction button, the ND. So we're going to press that one first, and you should get a box over a box. We can enter in 5 in the top, press the down arrow and get 21, and press over to exit the fraction. Now we'll press plus, since we're adding, fraction button again, put 6 in the top, press the down arrow, 35, and then we'll press enter. And it gives us our fraction of 43 over 105, which is the same answer we got in the other calculators as well. Let's move on to this next one. So we have 17 minus 78/5. So we'll enter in the whole number, subtract, and now because we want a fraction, we'll press the fraction button, 78 up top, and 5 down below. I'll move over and then I'll press enter, and it gives me the mixed number format 1 2/5. The TI-30X2S gave us the same kind of answer. So notice on this calculator above the UND key, it has a little ND and a UND with arrows between. So that's telling us if I press second and then this button, it'll convert between fraction and mixed number format. So I'm going to press second, UND, and it says 1 2/5. You want to change form? I do, so I'll press enter. And there you go. Now it tells me the fraction format of 7/5. And then we'll work through part C together as well. So I'm going to do a -26 over 105, move over, plus fraction button, 41, go down, 195, move over, and press enter. And we end up with a -17 over 455. So we get that answer in the end. Now, there is one quirk about this particular calculator that didn't come up in any of these examples, so I just wanted to point it out. Let's say I had one and then I subtracted 8/10. Let's see what it does here. So if I do 1 minus 8/10, it gives me an answer of 2/10. And then notice this time there's this little arrow there. So on this calculator, it has the option to work out simplifying fractions in different steps. So if you notice that little arrow, it means this answer can be reduced or can be simplified. To do that, we're now going to press the simplify button and hit enter. And it reduces to 1/5. Right? And it tells you that it reduced by a factor of 2. So it divided the top and bottom both by 2 to get 1/5. Okay, so here are a few problems for you to try on your own, finding these sums and differences on a calculator. In our next video, we will start talking about multiplying fractions, which is a very different technique than adding or subtracting. So I'm looking forward to seeing you then. In the meantime, have a great day.